for a while, you should know by now that I'm not just a chef. I am also a nutrition educator, because it's important for you and I to understand why some ingredients go together and why they matter. We have 11 systems in the body, and food cannot just be entertainment. Food is also medicine. Now, to my Haitian audience, yon nan pi bon légume qui améliore santé que nous, c'est poireau. Poireau diminue tension avec cholestérol. Et c'est un légume qui est ancien, qui date depuis le temps biblique. Et là, nous combinons poireau avec l'huile d'avocat ou bien l'huile d'olive, c'est un match parfait pour santé cardiovasculaire. Okay? Now, one of the best heart health promoting vegetables on the planet is the leek. It's a staple in French and Haitian Creole. It reduces high blood pressure and cholesterol. And when we mash leek with either avocado oil or extra virgin olive oil, it is a match made in heaven for our cardiovascular system. So matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and blend those two oils together. Let me take this lid off, and we'll get this soup started, okay? All right, so this soup is very simple. So we're going to sweat our leeks, and then we're going to add our aromatics. We're going to let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes, puree, and serve. Very, very, very simple. So while our oil is heating up, I want to show you how to clean a leek, okay? So this vegetable grows in a lot of dirt, so that means it attracts a lot of dirt. So typically what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife, okay? You're going to cut the bottom in here, and then you're going to cut it in half, lengthwise, and then make several other cuts like this. And then this is where your salad spinner comes in, okay? And I recommend that you wash it about 2 or 3 times to make sure that you remove all of the soil from your vegetable, okay? Monsieur dame pao attraper en pile poussière parce que li grandit en bas terre. Donc l'important pour bien laver li, et si you gen yon salade tourbillon, la bien itilo, d'accord? All right, we're going to sweat our leeks and our garlic for about 2 to 3 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna put in my onions. Let that cook for another minute. So while this is going, let's go ahead and cut my potato. Actually, let's get some skin off. It is up to you if you want to go for more fiber or less fiber. It's up to you. Potato skin has a lot of fiber in it, so it is your choice. Now, why did I not soak the potato? I could have easily done this off camera, but when you are making a soup, I recommend that you don't soak the potato because you do want the starch in there, okay? So let's go ahead and chop her up. Doesn't have to be perfect because this soup is going to be pureed. This is not the most gorgeous potato, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and cut off this end here and keep going. Voila. You can also use red skin potatoes if you like. It's a wonderful option. Again, potatoes are filled with potassium and vitamin C. I love it. All right, let's see. Sprinkle some flour. Why flour? Because I do not want to use cream as my thickener. So the flour is gonna give the soup some more body in addition to the potato, yeah? And we're going to let this flour cook for another 2 minutes because we want the rawness to be removed from it before we add our liquid. All right, 2 more minutes. Smells good already. Smells good already. All right, so in our pot here, we have about 1 cup of chicken stock. I'm also going to add, oh my goodness. Let me close this up to show you what this Chardonnay is. This is a Chardonnay from South Africa, all the way from the motherland. I feel so special right now knowing that I am supporting produce, anything that comes from motherland. So I'm pouring in about 1 cup of Chardonnay here, okay? Now, how much liquid is gonna go in your soup? It depends on how thick or how thin you want it, yeah? Okay, I'm probably gonna add a little bit more, but now let's go ahead and add our aromatics. This is some fresh thyme. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of, this is shrimp bouillon. Ça c'est Maggie Kribish, monsieur dame, okay? And then next, our guest of honor in this soup, y'all, is Scotch pepper bonnet. This is the chili of the Caribbean, and this particular pepper has a distinct flavor that is uniquely Caribbean. Now, I do not want my soup to be spicy, so we're not going to pop it. But what I do want is for the heat to remove or extract the oil from the skin of the pepper to give our soup that authentic, unique Caribbean ooh la la. Yeah? Okay? So I am actually gonna pour more liquid into this off camera, and we're going to let this baby simmer for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and puree. And meanwhile, I'm gonna work on the curry shrimp, which I will teach you how to make in our seafood series. We'll be right back. Let's give it a little salt, okay, and some light pepper, because when you are cooking, folks, you want to season in layers. You don't want to add all your seasoning all at once because you can't take it out, yeah? So towards the end, after we puree, we're going to adjust our seasoning at that time. All right, our soup is done. Let's fish out our Scotch pepper bonnet. All right, so when you are pureeing a soup, monsieur dame, it is important to let it cool for about 10 minutes or so, especially if you're working with a glass blender, because you have a hot liquid that's spinning and that baby can actually explode in your face, okay? All right, here we go. Mes amis, soupe la pare, pral voye ki a monte. All right. Ooh. Heaven. Ooh la la. Listen, everything's expensive and nothing goes to waste, okay? We're gonna scrape this baby up. I wish we had smell-o-vision, huh? Okay, so remember earlier I mentioned that when you are making really any dish, you want to season in layers. So this is now when we are going to taste. Nous allons faire un petit goûter là. That's good, almost. So now this is where we're going to adjust with a little bit of salt. Un petit sel, un petit poivre, okay? And then some melted Irish butter. Why Irish butter? Because compared to American butter, Irish butter has more omega fats, which is that important fat for our brain, because those cows over there are raised very differently from American cows, okay? Oh la la Mandela, oh la la Mandela. Now, when you are making a soup, this is the consistency that you want. In French, we call it nappé. You want it to coat the back of your spoon. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, whew, let's plate. It's time to feast, and no meal is ever complete without a glass of champagne. This lovely Chardonnay is from motherland, South Africa. Yes, yes. La table est servie. Dinner is served. Beautiful. All right. Velvety, creamy, luxurious. And let's not forget our curry shrimp, huh? So the soup is very very warm, cozy. Oh my God. Perfect for this time of year because, as you know, we are expecting snow in the east, and the shrimp is a great source of protein, and it gives us a pop of flavor with the curry and the coconut without overpowering the soup. I love it. Oh my God. And we have here some cornbread. It is 8:30 p.m. and this is actually dinner. Oh my God. Woo! All right, let's go for the wine before we wrap it up. Heaven. I taste notes of apple and very citrusy. Perfect for the soup and the shrimp. Absolutely wonderful, y'all. Monsieur, dame, bouteille du vin ça sorti dans le pays Afrique du Sud et li gen goût et citron avec pomme qui est très agréable avec soupe avec ribissa. Yes? So what did we learn today about leeks? We learned that leeks reduce high blood pressure and cholesterol, and when we pair it with avocado oil or olive oil, it's a match made in heaven for our cardiovascular system. This soup is versatile. You can drink it for lunch, for dinner, or maybe you want to put it together for some friends and really impress them, okay? Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, and I'm going to show you how to make this wonderful curry shrimp with coconut in our seafood series. Moi, le chef Yasmine, et à la prochaine. Bye bye now.